you think, please? Thanks very much. It's the UK online meditation. You're very welcome to stay if you want. Wearing my favorite t-shirt again.
You haven't watched the show.
I don't know what the show is. Okay.
Okay, so we should be streaming now. Yes, you're on YouTube now, and it's looking lovely. You can actually stay like that. I don't need to play music if you want to stay in silence, or I can play some music. It's already
Maybe
8
play a
o'clock.
little bit of music. Maybe a couple of minutes, and then when the music stops, I'll start.
Okay. So I'm going to mute.
Okay.
And if you want to pass messages, just WhatsApp.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's UK meditation, and we're very privileged to be here this evening. I'm privileged to have been allowed to do the meditation from the meditation room in the castle, Camilla. I'd like to start with a little reflection. We go back in time to the mid-70s. I was a teenager and I found myself in a flat with my brother and with an Australian man. And the Australian man was telling my brother that if he wanted to live in the present, he really should try and make some effort by doing something like writing a diary. And I don't think my brother did at that time, but I thought, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I had done so before, so I kept writing a diary. I started writing a diary seriously then, and I've done so ever since. And we found out later that this man, the Australian, whose name was Gus, was already seeing Srimataji at that point, and this advice had come straight from her. I would say to anyone who's watching this, keep a diary. It's great. It's amazing how much you forget, and it's amazing how much you remember when you read it again. And recently, I've been looking back at my first experiences in Sahaja Yoga in Shudi camps and the amazing times that we had there. A very formative experience for me and for many yogis. I think they came from all over the world, especially Austria. So many Austrians came and helped. And any Sahaj project where you've been where someone has been a golden builder or a volunteer in some way at one of the schools in an ashram in any of the building projects, it's always a really amazing experience and transformative. But then looking back at it, we did so much work in Shudi camps, and it was such a beautiful place by the time we finished it, and then we sold it. So apparently that work was wasted, but obviously it wasn't. And then time moved on, and many other projects came and went, and we've really realized how blessed we are to have such places like the farm, like Kanojahari, like Kabela. And we wanted to let people see exactly what it was like. And so a couple of months ago, we opened up the castle to anyone and everyone who wanted to come and see. And a lot of people have been very curious to see what we've been doing. Some of the older people here remember playing in the gardens when they were children and seeing, sadly how it sort of became more and more derelict and gradually fell into disrepair. And they really wanted to see what we'd done with it. So a couple of months ago, it was a very wet and windy day, but a lot of people came, more than 200 people came. They looked around the castle, and it really is a jewel. And when you see it through the eyes of visitors, you realize, wow, yes, it is an amazing place. And they all came around. They went around all the castle, and at the end, they were invited if they wanted to try Sahaja Yoga, to try an exercise. And more than 100 of them got their self-realization. So, I mean, what better way to use Mother's house than to give realization? And we had a lot of feedback from them afterwards, saying how beautiful it was. It was such a great thing we'd done, not only for the house, but for the village in general, making this place shine again. Compliments about all the beautiful artwork, all the ornaments, lots of questions about the crowns. And but there were also people who complimented us on the way they were received, the fact that they were offered tisana, herbal tea, and biscuits and cakes downstairs, and the warmth which they've perceived from us as Sahaja Yogis. And I think this this really is the most beautiful thing, that if we can show this, if people outside feel this, then the great work of Sahaja Yoga is the transformation of the yogis themselves, and eventually we hope of humanity. So this was just a little reflection came to me this evening thinking about what a wonderful place this is. So let's start our meditation now. If we haven't already done Kundalini and Bandhan, let's do that together now. And we can start with our right hand on the floor and the left hand towards Mother. And let's say Sri Ganesha's mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Now we can bring the right hand onto the right knee, and we can raise the left hand. And we can say the mantra of Sri Mahasaraswati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. And now we can raise our attention to the void and make a little massage with the right hand in a clockwise direction. And we can sing the Guru mantra. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devam Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Srimataji Nimalama, Tasmaye Shri Guruve Namaha. We can raise our attention to the center heart. We can cross our hands on the center heart and do a deep breath. Hold it for a long while and then let it go. Again, and let it go. And we can sing Jai Jagadambe. Jai Jagadambe Mata Bhavani Nirmala Mata Jagadambe Jai Jagadambe Purnagadambe Nirmala Mata Jagadambe Jai Jagadambe Mata Bhavani Nirmala Mata Jagadambe Jai Jagadambe Purnagadambe Nirmala Mata Jagadambe. Now we can raise our attention to the Vishuddhi chakra. And the most auspicious use of the Vishuddhi chakra is to praise God. So let us say 16 times, God is great, Dio è grande, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, 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 Allahu Akbar. Now we raise our attention to the Sahasrara. And we can say the third of the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now we're going to watch the video, which is from the end of Sahasrara Puja in 2000 in Kabbalah. The video starts with the three great mantras at the end of the puja, and then a yogi makes a presentation to Sri Mataji offering all the institutions, all the human institutions, and asking her to bless them. Another yogi then asks for more blessings, and then Sri Mataji answers them. So let's listen to that talk, and when the talk is finished, we can remain in silent meditation.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकलकी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकलकी साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला नमो बोलो श्री भगवती माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की
श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी की Don't trace Kundalini. There is no need. Don't be mechanical. There is no need to raise the Kundalini or to give oneself a bandana when in front of Shri Mataji.
150 years, we can see that the civilization of man has accelerated with tremendous speed. And we have moved in such short time from the age of agriculture through the age of industry into what we call now the age of information and globalization. And while many people will say that we have reached the epitome of civilization, we still find that most of the aspects of civilization and most of the human institutions are actually polluted with adharma. They are totally devoid of moral values. They are totally concentrated on money making, profit making, and they are power oriented. And everything has been surrendered to a global market which is totally materialistic, and nobody knows where the future will go, and nobody has any vision, and civilization at this point is without any perspective, and most of all without any guidance, Shrimataji. So we have found it appropriate to present to you 21 selected human institutions which altogether represent the modern civilization of man. And we would like to offer all these institutions to your holy lotus feet at the beginning of a new millennium, at the cusp of a new Satya Yuga, of the golden age, for you to put your attention on these institutions, for you to bless them, for you to purify them, and for you to rule over civilization with your divine grace, Shrimataji. And we humbly ask you to guide civilization from chaos, from ignorance, into a new golden age, Shrimataji. So now we would like to call the 21 main activities, the 21 main human institutions to be brought and offered to your holy lotus feet, Shrimataji. Thank you very much. So the first institution is nature and environment. Everything that has to do with nature, we will offer that, please, if you come forward, to you, Shrimataji, for you to bless it and purify it. One by one, no, one by one. I call you one by one. The second institution is agriculture and farming, Shrimataji. The third institution is handcraft and workmanship. Then we come from nature to society, and we offer the institution of marriage and family to you, Shrimataji. Education and training. Profession and career. From society, we move forward to economy, and we offer to you economy and industry. Trade and service. Trade and service. The next one is transportation and distribution. Then we move to matters of government, politics and diplomacy. That was politics and diplomacy, Shrimataji. The next one is military and police. Then we have law and civil service. Then we move to the spheres of culture and we offer to you art and entertainment. We surrender to you literature and film. And we ask your blessings and your purification for media and internet. The sixth group is progress, and we offer to you the institution of research and invention. Research and invention. The next one is science and technology. Medicine and pharmacy. The last group, the group of Dharma, we offer to you, and of course we know that everything will melt into the Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. We offer to you religion and philosophy. We surrender to you development aid and the United Nations activities. And the last one, Shri Mataji, is charity and welfare.
Bolo Shri Jaganmata Adi Shakti Shri Nirmala Devi ki! Shri Nirmala Devi ki! Shri Nirmala Devi ki!
I think now each of you can take your stuff and go down. Take any one and just go down the staircase and we'll put them outside. Yeah. That's the responsibility.
Shri Mataji, there is nothing to say for your 30th birthday of Sahasrara opening after the praises of this puja, Shri Mataji. The only thing that comes to mind is that you said often that in English people say thank you all the time and too often, but this is really a time where we all would like to say thank you, Shri Mataji, because that's really the only thing we can say at this stage. You are Trigunatmika, so we might imagine after 30 years that for 10 years you cleaned the labyrinth of our collective subconscious, which was probably very much connected with hell. And then in sort of 10 more years, you try to bring some moisture to our dried out right side, which is now warming the planet with climate change and rising sea level and desertification, because nature follow our heated. So we brought our temperature, at least human beings are starting to cool down. And then 10 years for the central channel, Shri Mataji, where you taught us finally how to meditate and introspect, which is the only way to grow. And so now we are filled with such tremendous gratitude, but also joyful expectations. While all these movements will continue, we know that there is no end to your vision and no end to your divine imagination. And our prayer, Shri Mataji, please take us into your dream, take us into your vision that we may beam like sunlight through the clouds. And please, Shri Mataji, take us wherever in your magnificent, artistic, creative compassion, wherever you wish to take us, Shri Mataji. Let us be worthy of this journey, for which we still have tremendous expectations, Shri Mataji, because we know that you have granted success to Sahaja Yoga already. And we pray at your lotus feet that we might do justice to Sahaja Yoga. Jai Shri Mataji.
It was really a wonderful idea to put my attention to all these fields of life, which are very important. And as it is, I have attention on all of them, and I care for all that. But I would say now you all people put in your attention to it, because it is you who can do something about it. You can start with the nature, as they said, is we have to be kind to the nature. We are having such problems, people are cutting out trees, doing all kinds of things, without even thinking that this is for the progeny will become a desert. So in the same way, for everything, for your fruits and agriculture, vibrations can really change. We had in our garden, you won't believe, a peony flower just like this, even bigger than this, very bigger. We have never seen such a flower. We had also the tulips, so big as that. I haven't seen such tulips in my life. With vibrations, you can improve everywhere. Say you go and see some politician, let's see, or some political party. Then you use your hands and give them bandhans all the time. You can sit on the table again, across, and under the table you go on giving them bandhan. You have powers, but if you don't use your powers, then it is useless. If you just go on thinking about building up yourself and looking after yourself, now those days are gone. Now you have to look after other things, and I was very much happy with all the things that they have shown, and all my attention is already there. But if you people also put your attention, as you know, I have already purchased 7 big lands, 50 to 60 acres of lands in Maharashtra for different projects, and these projects have started. Now in Delhi also we have a very huge big plan to put the women who are destitutes. First on the social level we have to do something, I thought. So it's all done. Now we have started a school, we have started an academy again, we are going to have another academy, and also teaching young people with vocational knowledge and all that. India has, that way is not so progressed as you people are in these things. But there's one thing very great about India is that because of our culture maybe, because of our Indian style of life, of respect, people have become very well equipped for the software, you see, this kind of thing. They are very intelligent, and software, because their attention penetrates. So if you also penetrate your attention, I mean, you can achieve the same, you are higher than them. But because they have been brought up in that culture, they are very intelligent, but their attention is not spread out. It is not. It is just on one point, and they penetrate very well, and they are doing so well now that a day will come when India will become one of the most prosperous countries. So this is what has to happen. that firstly our culture has to be brought round to such a state that the children get all the positive ideas and a good character and proper building with love, affection, but not to spoil them, not to spoil them. They should be brought up in such a manner that they develop a proper view of the whole thing, and also they have penetration of their attention. But if you go on changing your attention all the time, the inside is finished, because you see attention gets broken. So this penetration of attention has to be seen. Say for example, you look at some tree, then just watch it with love. See what the tree is talking to you, what is she saying? You're looking at a mountain. Then just talk to the mountain and see what the mountain is saying to you. Put your attention in completely on one thing and see for yourself. That will help you a lot. But if you have an attention which is all the time watching this, watching that, this, that, and criticizing is another way you miss out on attention. Lots of attention goes to this. Thirdly, could be as I said, is self-importance. It's the worst thing. In that, then you do not think anything is important, you just go on looking after your self-importance. There are so many ways, but the best way is to learn how to handle your own attention and how to handle other people. That's very important. How you deal with people is very important for a Sahaja. You see, if you deal in a proper way, in a decent manner, in a way that's congenial, that's appreciative, then you will find so many friends, and they will try to find out, how are you like this? How are you so peaceful? How are you so kind? Why are you not agitated like others are? So in your own lifestyle, you can establish it. But when you are dealing with others, what I'm saying, that the social relations with others is very important. Now, at what level you should start, I can't say. It depends on your temperament and aptitude. But whichever of these areas that you think is important, you can just try to find out what is the solution. How can you help it? How can you work it out? All of you can do it. It is not that you have to develop a kind of a party to fight anything, but to have your own attention, you will know the solutions of many problems. Many problems can be solved if you find out the solution. But a solution you can find with your concentration of mind. That is very important. And if you can really do that, all these problems that you face today in those different fields of life can be easily solved. It's not so difficult. Family life, as you said, can be solved depending on the wife and depending on the husband and their relationship. It's very simple. But somehow or other, our background is such, I think, that we don't understand simple things. We only understand complicated things. In a simple way, if you deal with people at different levels, in these different aspects of life, you will be amazed. You will be very much popular. People will want to know what sort of a thing it is. I'll tell you one gentleman, his name was Mr. Dumali. He's no more, they know him. He was in the village, he was looking after his fields and things. He was like a farmer. And somehow he got realization in Pune. After getting realization in Pune, he went to his own place and he started Sahaja there. And he started giving them realization, this and that. And it was surprising because he never came as such to me, or he never came to Pune. And suddenly he developed that, you see, mind of concentration. And the people told me, Mother, he's got so many Sahajogis. He has developed it with such understanding. And when I went there, I was surprised that we had more Sahajogis there than we had in Pune. Where in Pune there were Sahajogis who were doing the work. But this one single fellow had changed the whole idea of people in Ahmednagar and Rahuri. Very surprising it was that he was just a simple man and a farmer type. And then he started using vibrations for his activities and things. And it was so remarkable that actually he was, as I said, not very educated on that. But we always went and stayed in his house, and we were really enamored by the way he tried to express his spirituality to others. In the same way, all of you can do it. Now, what I have seen that we are very shy about Sahaja. Once I was traveling in the plane and there was one lady sitting with her, burning absolutely. So I asked her, who is your guru? And she went into another realm of describing the guru is like this. I know the guru is horrible force, horrible false person, horrible. But she was praising him so much. Without knowing much about me, she was just going on, and I said, look at this woman, how much she's talking about her guru. While we are little shy to talk about Sahaja. First start talking to the trees about Sahaja. Maybe you practice it that way, and then you can start talking to others about Sahaja. You can work it out. You have to do it. Anybody who meets you should see you, ask you, because it will be quite evident from your face, from your behavior that you are a different person. But then you should start talking openly about it. If I was shy like you, Sahaja would not have spread. So there's nothing to be shy about. You should just know that you are Sahajogis, you are all Sufis, and you can talk to people openly, to all the people whom you meet. Gradually be surprised that they will see your character, they will see your nature and change. Like this Dhumal. Once he went to an office and he had to get some work done. And then he started telling them, I want to do this. He was so peaceful and joyful that they asked him from what mill do you get your food? See, they couldn't understand that how could he be so quiet and so honest and so very penetrating. And that gave him all the popularity in that office. It's collector's office. And so many people came and asked him. And he told that I am a follower of Sri Mataji, and I am a Sahajogi, and you all can become Sahajogi. They said, all right, we'll also become. Like that. So one should not feel shy about Sahaja. Otherwise, what happens? That it melts away with you. So this is I have been telling, and again, all these things that you have said is very good. My attention is there, and I am the only woman in the whole world must be reading all the newspapers. Normally women don't read newspapers because they are headaches. But I read newspapers and I try to follow and I get to the right point, and it's quite in my mind about these things. But only person, you see, cannot do it alone. You have to have others who can channelize this. So I would say that don't feel shy. You should talk about it. You wear the badge. With the badge, people will ask you a question, who is this one? Then you talk to them. Any way you like, you should expose yourself, and that will work out better. All these problems can be solved by you. You are quite a lot of number here, and also representing so many behind. So you can understand what is your personality is and how much you can impress people. All right? Thank you.
So let's sit and meditate silently for a few minutes. So we'll conclude tonight's meditation by listening to a very beautiful bhajan, which translates as Awaken Mother Kundalini, Jago Kundalini Ma. And when the bhajan finishes, we can complete our meditation, do Kundalini and Bandhan.
जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा सहस्रार में आके सहस्रार में आके छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमां जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा करो सब पे कृपा करो सब पे कृपा
So thank you all for joining us, and good night from Kabbalah, and Jai Shri Mataji to everyone. Thank you, Priti, for your help.
Jai Shri Mataji, such a blessing from you brought Kabbalah to us today. Thank you. Jai
Thank
Shri
you.
Mataji. I'll stop streaming now.